Personality types. Not all of us are out of touch with our emotions. But when it comes to talking, all of us are affected by our personality. I have observed two basic personality types. The first I call the Dead Sea. In the little nation of Israel, the Sea of Galilee flows south by where the Jordan River into the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea goes nowhere. It receives what it does not give. This personality type receives many experiences, emotions, and thoughts throughout the day. They have a large reservoir where they store information, and they're perfectly happy not to talk. If you say to a Dead Sea personality, "What's wrong? Why aren't you talking tonight?" He'll probably answer, "Nothing's wrong. What makes you think something's wrong?" And that response is perfectly honest. He is content not to talk. You could drive from Chicago to Detroit and never say a word and be perfectly happy. On the other extreme is the babbling brook. For this personality, whatever enters into the eye gate or the ear gate comes out of the mouth gate, and there are seldom 60 seconds between the two. Whatever they see, whatever they hear, they tell. In fact, there's no one at home to talk to, they will call someone else. "Do you know what I saw? Do you know what I heard?" If they can't say someone on the phone, they may talk to themselves because they have no reservoir. Many times the Dead Sea marries a babbling brook. This happens because when they are dating is a very attractive match. One way to learn new patterns is to establish a daily sharing time in which each of you talks about three things that happened to you that day and how you feel about them. If you are a Dead Sea and you date a babbling brook, you will have a wonderful evening. You don't have to think, "How will I get the conversation started? How will I keep the conversation flowing?" In fact, you don't have to think at all. All you have to do is nod your head and say, "Uh-huh," and she will fill up the whole evening and will go have you go saying, and you will go home saying, "What a wonderful person." On the other hand, if you are a babbling brook and you date a Dead Sea, you'll have an equally wonderful evening because Dead Seas are the world's best listeners. You will babble for 3 hours, will listen intently to you, and you will go home saying, "What a wonderful person." You attract each other. But 5 years after marriage, the babbling brook wakes up one morning and says, "We've been married 5 years and I don't know him." The Dead Sea is saying, "I know her too well. I wish she could stop the flow and give me a break." The good news is that Dead Seas can learn to talk and babbling brooks can learn to listen. We are influenced by our own personality, but not controlled by it. One way to learn new patterns is to establish a daily sharing time in which each of you will talk about three things that happened to you that day and how you feel about them. I call that the minimum daily requirement for a healthy marriage. If you start with the daily minimum in a few weeks or months, you will find quality conversation flowing more freely between you. Quality activities. In addition to the basic love languages or quality time, or giving your spouse your undivided attention, there's another dialect called quality activities. As a recent marriage supper, I asked couples to complete the following sentence. I feel most loved by my husband, wife, slash, when, excuse me. I feel most loved by my husband, slash, wife, when blank. Here's a responsible 29-year-old husband who has been married for 8 years. I feel most loved by my wife when we're doing things together, things I like to do and things she likes to do. We talk more, it starts to feel like we're dating again. That is a typical response of individuals whose primary love language is quality time. The emphasis is on being together, doing things together, giving each other undivided attention. Quality activities may include anything in which one or both of you have an interest. The emphasis is not what you're doing, but on why you're doing it. The purpose is to experience something together, to walk away from a feeling he cares about me. He was willing to do something with me that I enjoy. And he did it with a positive attitude. That is love, and for some people it is the love loud voice. Tracy grew up with the symphony. Throughout her childhood, the house was filled with classical music. At least once a year, she accompanied her parents to a symphony. Larry, on the other hand, grew up on country and western music. He never actually attended a concert, but the radio was the symphony he called elevator music. Had he not married Tracy, he would have lived his life without ever attending the symphony. Before they were married, while he was still in the state of being in love, he went to the symphony. But even in his euphoric emotional state, his attitude was, "You call this stuff music?" After marriage, that was one of the experiences he never expected to repeat. When, however, he discovered several years later that quality time was Tracy's primary love language, and he especially liked the dialect of quality activity, and that standing symphony was one of those activities. He chose to go with an express spirit. His purpose was clear. It was not to attend a symphony, but to love Tracy and to destroy her language loudly. In time, he did come to appreciate the symphony and even occasionally to enjoy a movement or two. He may never become a symphony lover, but he has become proficient at loving Tracy.